I'm Katie Clancy, Chief House Hawker for the Cape House at William Ravis.
And I'm Sarah Lapsley Martin of T. Martin Lapsley at Kinlan Grover Real Estate. And this is What's Good Cape Cod, where we show you the Cape through the eyes of a couple of locals.
Every week, we tell you about a person, a place, and a thing that we think you should know about.
So this week, we talk about a local doctor bringing focus to food as medicine, Cape Cod's running headquarters, and a creative and fun way to get your goals on paper.
I love this episode. It's going to be so much fun. Okay. All right. We're all about health. We're all about getting started on the right foot. So yes. I chose Dr. Sid. So we all call him Dr. Sid, Kumara Siddhartha, but he goes by Dr. Sid fondly by his patients and his colleagues because he's a really very cool, fun person. And I actually met him, as I've met so many people, at a Cape Wellness event. He was one of our dancers, and dance he did. He ended up being the People's Choice Award. He absolutely crushed it. The guy can dance, I'm just saying. But it is not his only talent. He's an internal medicine physician with Emerald Physicians, or he was until he was the medical director for Emerald Physicians, which is now Medical Affiliates, I think. Well, I can't keep track. I'm a patient there.
Yeah.
But he was promoted to the Cape Cod Healthcare Physicians Health Organization and the Employee Health. Anyway, they promoted him. He's a big mucky muck. He has a ton of influence. And I think this is amazing, not just because he's a good guy, but because of where his perspective is. So he is a huge proponent of plant-based eating. And in 2016, 2017, he did a clinical research trial on the Cape studying public health principle of access to healthy food and its effect on eating behavior and long-term disease management, blah, blah. I won't get into the details. But anyway, they got some really cool data out of it. And the information that he's gotten from that has informed a lot of the choices that are being made at Cape Cod Healthcare and in public health on the Cape. And it's just so exciting to have something like that happening on little old Cape Cod.
Right, here on the Cape, I agree.
Right? I don't know how much plant-based I eat, but I know that when I eat cleaner, everything's better. Have you ever done just changed your diet up and tried to get away from processed foods before?
100%. Yep. And you feel completely different, or I do at least.
I do. I took a month and I cut out alcohol, and I was just eating cleaner overall and paying really attention to the quality of my food and, processed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I slept better. Mm-hmm. I definitely felt better, but
had more energy. I feel like, Yep.
And you can't even put your finger on, you're I didn't know I felt bad until I felt so good.
I didn't know I could feel this well and this good until it happened.
Exactly. So I just love that Dr. Sid is here and he's in a big leadership role. I can't wait to see what his influence is going to be. Check him out and see what he's all about, and anything that he's up to, I would recommend you should be up to too. Whoever's watching this, Dr. Sid is where it's at.
Awesome. I'll have to check him out.
Oh yeah. All right. Staying on our healthy theme, Sarah.
Yes.
Where are we going next?
So our place is Marathon Sports. So Marathon Sports does have 11 locations across Massachusetts, but we are featuring our local Marathon Sports here in Yarmouth. Mm-hmm. We have to. So it's located on Station Ave in South Yarmouth, for those of you who have not gone there. I love this store. It's my go-to store for running shoes, for gear. One of the things that I really like there is that when I go in and try on sneakers, I need someone that actually cares and helps me, because I look at the wall and I don't even know where to start. I'm like, I know I want to run.
Don't you feel like the dumbest person in the world? You're like, I've never run. I don't know anything about running. And you walk into
which shoe is right. And you go into other shoe stores and this is different because they actually are there and they actually care. So I'll put on shoes and I'll walk across the room and they'll watch how I walk. And they're like, well, I don't even know the terminology. Your insole is turning this way, and you should try this shoe. And they have been spot on many times, and the shoes are awesome. And I wear them, and then you wear them out. You need to go get new ones, and it's nice to just have people that actually care, love their jobs, and are really there to lend a helping.
And they're runners,
right?
They're all runners. Like some of them
That
are like
helps.
psycho runners, like amazing athletes.
Exactly. And speaking about running there, so pre-pandemic, they would actually host, in person every Thursday, they would do a run club. So everyone could join and run and meet there on Thursdays. They're doing a virtual run club now. So you can run on Thursdays, you go on their Facebook page and you can log in your miles, and then your miles can be traded in for gift certificates, free sneakers down the road if you ran enough miles. So the more miles you run, they add up to great stuff, which I think is awesome. This month, they actually did the January Winter Warrior. So you could run or walk outside every day for at least 1 mile. That was the whole month of January. And just a motivation to get people outside. Other cool thing that they were doing, they started in December, but it was a 10-week Good Times winter series. And it was like, it's 10 weekly challenges. So they're really doing cool stuff and through this pandemic and doing a lot of virtual things that people need to stay motivated.
Absolutely. And also they're the go-to place, like for, I was a runner at DY. My daughter's was a runner at DY when she graduated. She's graduated. But it's the go-to place for the kids to go to and to figure out what kind of shoes they have like a pizza night for the kids, for the sports teams when they come in. It's just, they're so dialed in locally. Even though they're a chain, we had to feature them.
Agreed. And it doesn't even feel like a chain when you're in there. And it's a bad thing.
I didn't even know there was more than one, honestly.
Right, exactly. And follow them on social media. They give me true inspiration. Shout out to Lisa Connor. She's like a staff member there, but she is a huge runner. She runs marathons. And this year she ran the virtual Boston Marathon, which I can't even imagine being able to run that in real life, but to do it virtually is truly a test. I mean, it's amazing. And so they have, on their social media, a picture of Lisa with her with her medal, like her running medal. And I'm just in awe of these
runners have different brains. They really do.
They really do. And it's amazing what they can put their mind to and run the Boston Marathon. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great. All right. So our thing this month is apropos for the start of the new year.
Yes.
Like you got goals, you got things you want to do, places you want to go, you want to go, things you want to be and do. And so we decided that we're going to talk about vision boards.
Yes.
And we're also going to do vision boards, and we'll share with you on social, as we do that. Yeah. But I have one of my old vision boards from, I'm going to say, over 10 years ago. And I honestly did this vision board in a time in my life when things were not so great.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you can see. You can't see a lot of detail here, but some of the poignant ones for me, running. I used to run a lot, not so much anymore. But one of the things I like about it is running is one of the best, easiest ways to get fit. You just strap your shoes on and you go. There's really very little friction. And then there's a picture of me. Where is it? Of me and my daughter, who's now 26, but she was 4, running her first little road race. And by the way, she's a killer runner now. Yeah. I don't think I had anything to do with it, but she's really talented.
Yes, you did. You pushed her.
But anyway, I put all these things. And, me and my hubby, when we got married, but I put little things like things I wanted to be true. Yeah. And one of them was I was in a lot of debt back then, and I never thought I would get out from under it. So I put here like a pretend balance sheet, and I put 0 balance on all of these debts that I had. And they actually are 0.
Now that's amazing.
And like all these things, I wanted to earn a certain amount of money, and I have surpassed that. Run your self-doubt into the ground. I just put, so in a vision board, we both did a little bit of research on vision boards.
Yeah. And so truth be told, I've never made a vision board. So 2021, I'm trying new things. I'm going to make this vision board. And I had to look up like an article. I was like, okay, I need some info about this. And basically it was saying that a vision board is a sacred place that displays what you want in life, and you hang it in a space. I think this is the most important thing. You hang it somewhere that you see it daily. And so the vision board brings your goals and your aspirations to life. And, you put on there what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And it seems like a fun little craft project to do in any way.
And it absolutely is. And it puts you in a really good place. I've read stories about people who cut pictures out of magazines of a dream house more than one time. And that was the house they ended up with, not because they hunted it down,
No.
but because in their evolution and in their search, they ended up with that house. So when we do this, I'm going to tell you, like, just whatever it is, cut it out, put a picture of it on there, and you just never know what's going to happen. So anyway, this is a cool thing, and we will definitely keep you guys posted.
Yes.
So we have some links to some articles. Oprah had an article about doing vision boards, and I think someone might locally, and we don't know this at this point, but I know last year someone was doing vision boards as like a workshop.
Oh yeah.
With COVID and everything, I don't know who, if anybody, is going to be doing that. But if you want to follow the process that Sarah and I go through, we will document that and show you how it goes. And
we hope that you try one as well.
Yes, we absolutely hope that you try one, and we want to hear about it. Like, send us pictures. Like, that's all. This is the kind of thing, like, when you put a dream, when you put your goals out in the public, like, that would be a bold thing for you to tell us what you're up to and to be out there. But like, then it's out there. Now we're all on the same team with you, you know? And actually, when I had my vision board, I put it out where like my family could see it too. And, you know, like, my husband would be like, what's this one with you and the bike? And I'm like, well, you know, I want to do a triathlon or whatever, you know, and like, it was just cool. Kind of help. Anyway,
I love that.
Yeah, it's very cool. So that's that for this episode. Now you know what's good Cape Cod. Keep following us, and before long, you'll know Cape Cod like we know Cape Cod.